When riding in a group on your motorcycle, the most important piece of advice I can give you is to ride your own ride. Guys, this is the most critical piece of advice you can possibly get when it comes to riding on a group in your motorcycle. Just ride your own pace, don't try to keep up with anybody, and always keep it within 60% of your abilities. I see so many videos of people crashing and doing bad things on their motorcycles when they're just trying to keep up in a group. So the number one thing you want to know when it comes to riding in a group is to just simply ride your own ride. You also want to plan your route before you head out. Make sure that everybody's aware of the route you're going on. That way people aren't getting lost whenever you're on your group ride. The next big thing you want to make sure too is that you have a group ride leader and a sweep. The sweep is the guy or gal who's at the back of the group, and to be honest, that should be your most experienced rider because they're keeping sure of everyone in the group staying on the same page and riding well too. The group ride leader should also not be some lunatic who's riding well beyond the pace of everyone else in the group and is keeping everything in check. Assigning a great group ride leader and a sweep is important for assuring that your group ride is going to go well. Another big thing I want to tell you guys is about group ride size. I see a lot of these crazy big 100+ group rides on YouTube, and they just always look a little chaotic to me. If you want my opinion, your group ride should include maybe 4 or 5 people that you trust. That's the most important thing. You got to know these people. I think it's really sketchy to go out and group ride with a bunch of people that you don't know their experience, their skills, or how they ride. You want to ride with people who ride like you. If you like doing wheelies every once in a while, then you should be in a crew that likes doing that. If you're a Versus 650 dad that wants to observe every possible traffic law, then you should find a group that matches your style as well. That's my take. You should probably find a group of 4 to 5 people that you really trust. But in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys a bunch of other tips on how to ride in a group on your motorcycle, and you're not gonna wanna miss it because some of the tips at the end of this video are pretty good.
Now guys, it's never too early to start preparing for the riding season, so we're doing another pop-up giveaway. This time though, I want to help you stay connected. We're giving away the Cardo Pack Talk Bold Communicator System. Complete with JBL speakers, it helps you keep your eyes on the road and your hands on the bars so you can stay connected on any adventure. Whether you're riding with a buddy in a group of 4 or a pack of 15, enjoy the highest quality long-distance reception a motorcycle communication system can offer. Now you can queue up Hayabusa Man and the Kyle Anthem on permanent loop with all new natural voice operation feature. You'll never have to press a button, turn a wheel, or move a slider ever again. Just say, "Hey Cardo," and your Pack Talk Bold does the rest. Cardo makes some of the best communicators in the game, so you're not going to want to miss out on this giveaway. It's super easy to get entered to win. Head over to shop.yamanoob.co, pick out anything you want from our site, and you'll be automatically entered to win. This giveaway is available to all 48 states in the lower US, by the way. There are no codes required, but this giveaway will only last for this week. This is one you don't want to miss out. Time is running out. Head over to shop.yamanoob.co, pick out anything you want, you'll be automatically entered to win.
Communication is also really important when it comes to riding in a group. You want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. If you need to pull over, or you need gas, or you need to slow down, or there's an obstacle in the road, we actually have a great video talking about all the motorcycle communication you can use with your hands and your legs while you're on your bike. You can check that video down in the description below. But to be honest, a great thing to do is to have a communicator system. I think it's a great thing when you're out in a group to be able to actually speak to the other riders in your group. We use Cardo systems here at YamiNoob. That's been our preferred communication systems for years. We sell them on our store as well, but I really think that everybody, if you're riding in a group, you should definitely be using a comm system. Maintaining a safe distance is also really important when it comes to group rides. There's no need to be riding right on someone's rear wheel. You are not on a track day. You're not at a race event. You should definitely be riding with a good 3 to 4 seconds gap to the rider in front of you. You should never ever be in a situation when you're right up against a rider, because if that rider brakes or lets off the throttle, you're gonna go right into the back of that other motorcyclist. So that's another big thing when you're riding in a group. Leave lots of space and bandwidth because there's no point to trying to be all bunched up. Riding in formation in a group is super important as well. We call this riding in a staggered format. What do we mean by that? Well, the lead rider, let's say, is represented by this oval over here, is in the lead. Put him in a lead right there. If you're the second rider behind this guy, you should be right over here with a good amount of distance between you two. Let's say you're this rider over here. Then the rider behind you should be somewhere around here. We'll call him rider number 3 with a good amount of distance. This is not to scale, obviously. You should leave between 3 to 4 seconds of distance between you and the rider ahead of you in a staggered formation. Why do we do that? It's to ensure an even higher level of safety. If this rider has to brake, it means that you're not going to end up in the back of them, even though you've given yourself a nice buffer there as well. Riding in formation like this is really what separates a proper group ride versus some of the more chaotic, bizarre group rides that I've seen on YouTube. This also is something that I've seen if I ever have to ride with someone that I don't know very well. I can immediately identify if they're an experienced motorcycle rider who's been in groups a lot, if they immediately stagger up like this. If I'm riding and someone's right in front of me and I get over and then they get over too and they're trying to ride in a single file line, that is not going to be the way to do it. You're always going to want to stay staggered as much as possible. Sometimes when you're riding in a group, you can ride in a single file formation if you're on a twisty road and there's going to be no passing and everybody has agreed to ride in a single file formation in that way. But typically, 90% of the time, you're going to be riding in a staggered format like this. It's going to keep you way safer. You're also going to want to be aware of your surroundings much more than you normally would on a solo ride. Why is that? There can be a lot of situations where you're in a group ride, you're getting caught up with the feelings, the emotions, you're having so much fun, all your buddies are hanging out, and then you might not notice that there's a bend in the curve coming up, a decreasing radius perhaps, maybe there's some gravel on the road, or maybe you're getting caught out by an animal who comes across the way as well. On top of that, if you're riding in a staggered format, you should be okay, but if you get bunched up a little bit, if the rider in front of you starts to brake because there's an obstacle in the way and then you don't realize it and you're not as aware as you need to be, it's going to cause a bit of a dangerous situation. So whenever you're on a group ride, make sure that you're much more aware and focused than you normally would be even on a solo ride. So when you're out on your group ride, you're going to want to make sure that you're keeping track of all of your surroundings and making sure that you are hyper aware. This next one might sound a little bit like your dad is giving you this advice, but honestly, try to respect as many traffic laws and ordinances as you possibly can. Now, I've seen a lot of group rides go wrong whenever testosterone starts getting amplified and everyone starts getting a little too excited and you start breaking too many rules. That's where things go sideways. If you're going from 80 to 140 miles per hour on the highway and you're doing wheelies and you're trying to catch up with your buddy and you're braking late and you're kill switching each other, look, it's all fun and games until something goes really sideways. So just try to keep yourself in check. I know that some of you out there are 21, 22 years old. It's hard to have your brain operate in a way that isn't completely addled by testosterone, but trust me, you will thank yourself for just taking a deep breath, taking it easy, and remember that you are doing something very serious that could get you hurt if you're not careful. So try to respect as many traffic rules as possible. I know that you're on a motorcycle, you're gonna have fun. I'm the same way. I wanna get on the throttle, I wanna do a wheelie here and there, but just try to take it a little bit easier. Keep it in that 50 to 60%. Don't go over the top. Your Papa Yam is asking you. Here's some important hand signals you should know on a group ride. If someone points to their gas tank, that means they're low on gas. If you have a leg sticking out on one side or the other side, it means there's probably a road hazard up ahead towards that side of the leg. If you see someone tapping the top of their helmet, that means that there's probably law enforcement up ahead. If you see someone kind of waving down like this, it means to slow it down, take it easy. If you see someone tapping their tail, it means to follow them. You usually see that on track more often than on the street, but sometimes you see someone tapping the tail on the street as well. If you see somebody go like this, like a bit of a lasso up in the air, it means they're about to do a U-turn and you should probably slow down as well. Obviously, if someone's indicator doesn't work up ahead and they're pointing this way or pointing like this means left, this means right. Hopefully you know those and you're not watching this video and learning that brand new. And of course, if you see the rider in front of you chuck a little wave like this, it means that there's probably another rider coming towards them that they want to say a nice little friendly biker wave to. The last tip for today is to just enjoy the ride. Riding in a group is one of the most fun things when it comes to motorcycling. Motorcycling is a big community, and having a group that you go out with and hang out with your squad is the coolest thing about riding motorcycles. But as I said before, you gotta do it safe, you gotta do it well, and you have to know what you're doing. If you wanna join up on a group ride, check out our link to yammynoob.co and look at our Discord server. We actually have a group ride meeting feature that you can go and meet other riders in your area, and I've seen lots of people come together through our Discord server and have a great time as well. So remember guys, enjoy the ride, be safe, ride staggered, and best of all, ride your own ride. Don't overdo it when you're out on the street. Thanks so much for watching the video guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Wow, look at all this. Can you believe this all around me? Man, I'm so happy to be here. Look at all this.